let's move back over to Meadow and Troy.
Rude. That's rude.
I just want to say, I did find the move that I want to take, and I'm going to take the Power of Heart from the Mundane.
Ooh, so you get an automatic help out with combat.
Yep. Yep, because Severus isn't a fighter, but
he's a lover, just like his mother.
Okay,
I hate it.
Really?
Severus is becoming a great support class.
Yeah.
So is me.
Yeah, I'm loving it. So Meadow and Troy, this creature is looking you down in this pawn shop. There is a glowing gilded claw behind the counter where Meadow is. Meadow, you're on the floor. What's up? Meadow, what are you going to do?
I guess Meadow's lying supine at the moment, and she looks up and sees the glowing claw and thinks, So I guess she'll get up and get the glowing claw and then survey what the fuck's going on in the shop floor. Like, where did the guy with the gun go?
Oh, the guy with the gun is also behind the counter with you. You would know that. But if you want to read a bad situation or investigate a mystery, you are more than welcome to.
I think that Troy is assessing the situation because he's taken a few hits. He's unstable, and he's going to try. He's thinking that it's a good idea to try to protect the victim here.
I rolled a 6 with my -1 forward for read a bad situation.
All right, so we'll deal with that in a second. Troy, are you also going to investigate a bad situation?
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool. So what questions are you wanting to ask?
Well, I think the biggest one is, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I think as you're looking around and you're seeing the lionish creature starting to make its way towards you, you see that glow gathering out of the corner of your eye, and you know from experience that the more that magic focuses, the more likely it is that a portal is going to open up. And so that's the danger that maybe you hadn't taken into account yet.
Meadow's just so distracted by the inner tentacles that are being revealed by Troy that she's just having a flashback to just a few moments ago.
She's lost in perhaps fond memories.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
I believe
I had to come up with why she didn't do very good for this.
Troy, you have 2 more questions unless you want to act on something.
I keep on forgetting it's 3 questions. What's their best way out in that game? Like the shopkeeper out of the. Well, I guess that would be more best way to protect the victims.
I mean, the best way to protect the victims is getting this creature under control. Sans that, getting them out of the shop. And the front door is maybe 15 feet to the left.
Can you refresh my memory? When we got the shell and that portal opened, was there anything we did to open the portal, or did it just do it by itself?
It just did it by itself.
Okay.
That's not to say that you couldn't try and activate the portal, but that would be a use magic roll, I think. Or maybe just a weird roll in general. I think probably just a weird roll.
Yeah, not my forte.
Okay. I think my last question is, I can't really find. Well, I guess what's most vulnerable to me?
What's most vulnerable to you in regard to the creature, or in regard to just the situation in general?
He's trying to figure out if it's better to try to open the portal or try to force the creature where he can see the glow coming, in hopes that it'll go back out through the portal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that the answer to what is most vulnerable to you in that situation is definitely the claw, because you remember how Savardi destroyed the previous totem, and inside of that, you think that it would be possible for you to maybe manipulate what's going on to get this lion creature out of your hair and away from the downtown area, because like if you don't take care of it soon, it might escape this pawn shop.
Now here's the question: do I summon Xiao Junior or Shouser Junior.
Meadow, what are you doing in this situation? I feel like it's been long enough.
I think Meadow would have just tried to shove the guy behind the counter all the way down behind the counter, and then she leaps over it and reaches out with the dragon's claw and just kind of wiggles it around like, activate some Harry Potter type Latin words to activate.
I think that could be a roll plus weird. I think the magic has been convalescing long enough, and you're holding the claw now.
7. She just wiggled it around a bit, hoping it would activate on its own.
So the magic gathers in and then discharges around you, and I'm gonna say it's gonna take in Meadow and Troy and this creature in front of you. Where are you wanting to go?
Well, I did see through all of the doors, right? So would I be able to put 2 and 2 together with which door this one would have gone through?
I think that would be an investigative mystery, because you would need to know where this creature comes from in the first place. You can go ahead and roll that while you're in this space.
I rolled another 7, Keeper.
Okay. What is the question that you want to ask? I assume maybe what sort of creature is it?
Sure.
Okay. I think you would know from looking at this creature, it would look very familiar to you because maybe you've seen a lot of movies and you've seen a lot of things that are based in China, or you've seen a lot of temples. Because this is one of the temple guardians. This is a Quanqui. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it is a lion with like a set of wings. It's normally a protector of its environment. And so it is still kind of bearing down on you guys. But you would know like, oh, okay, this is something that belongs in China. And so you are now in the pathway, and you know where you're wanting to go. You just have to get this creature to go there also.
Okay. Do I know what they eat?
They normally eat long-haired people.
Okay, well, Meadow will just kind of flash her long hair around, whip her hair around, and be like, here, kitty, 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 to try and coerce it in the right direction.
Yeah.
Do I have to manipulate, or is that not possible because it's not a person?
Yeah, no, I think that would be fine. It would turn its attention to you and start coming at you. And so if you're running into the pathway, then that would be what it is.
Skipping into the pathway.
Skipping always and forever.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I assume, Troy, you're coming along.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys run down the pathway towards this area, and you come out of the side of this large stone wall, and this Quanqui comes with you.
Okay, and we go through that door?
Yeah, are you trying to now, like, go back?
Sure.
Okay. I think
we need to destroy the totem, though, right?
Yeah, we need to destroy it'll cut off the gate. I got an idea. I think Troy kind of switches his head and just makes his tentacles grow longer, just to make him look like he has even longer hair than Meadow.
Meadow fans herself
to try to attract the creature, and he just looks over. Meadow goes through. I'll fall after, but I think I can keep it in here. But I don't want to try. We gotta get back to the others.
Okay. And that hair song from the 60s or 70s is playing in the background. So they fling the hair and tentacles around.
Okay, so if you're going to try and get to the other side of this portal, get the Quanqui to follow you, and then quickly dip back in past it to go home, I think you're going to have to roll act under pressure.
Okay, I can do that.
Both of us or one of us?
Maybe just one of you, and the other can stand by to maybe help out.
Okay, I'm going to mixed success.
Cool. So you're going to get through the portal, but the Quanqui is going to get a slash at you, or you're going to drop something important, or one of you is going to be left to deal with this Quanqui by themselves.
Meadow can stay behind. She's got an out. I've got this. Don't worry. Save yourself.
Yeah, that's not Troy's nature. I think drop something important makes sense. Because it wouldn't be in Troy's nature to leave someone behind. He's too much of a cape, despite his horrifying appearance and powers and general personality.
Yeah, I think that Troy, you make it through and you usher Meadow through the portal, and you're on your way back. But the Quanqui just barely catches you, and it doesn't do any damage to you, but does cut your belt a little, and you end up losing your magnum and the holster and everything to that as you're going through the portal, and it's lost. But you do make it back to the other side where you came from, and you're back in the pawn shop. So let's move back over to Cebe and Severus. Severus, you have a gun pointed at the back of your head.
Well, I don't suppose you want to talk about this.
No, I really don't feel like talking about it so much as I want you out of my business.
Well, perhaps I could help you. I'm a very magical being. I'm sure we could work something out. I can roll manipulate someone if you want.
Yeah, that's definitely a manipulate someone.
You came to the wrong house. If I could just
Flutter
find
your
it.
eyelashes.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't always mean that. All right, I got a 7.
Okay, so on a 7 for that manipulate, you're going to have to do something right now to show them that you mean it. So you're offering your assistance to this person. So what are you going to do to try and let them know that you want to maybe help them out?
Well, I can demonstrate some of my power to show you how it works.
I think we're going to have to do a little bit of a field test. Your friend over here seems a little bit jumpy, and he kind of gestures towards Cebe. So why don't you tie him up the way that you did that teke?
All right. I can do that, but well, the way it works is I have to know a secret from you. That's how I was able to do it from my companion here. He had told me a secret, and that gave us a bond, and I could use some magic. I need to know one of your secrets.
I understand. I don't work for just one group.
Who do you work for?
Now, I think that's a little above your pay grade.
I'm afraid it's going to have to be if you wanted to see the demonstration.
One of the people I work for, they're called the Brotherhood of the Dusk.
Okay. I am not going to do negligible price. I just wanted to see if I could get him to do it. I'm gonna try to use magic to see if it'll work.
No,
that's a 6.
I mean, I could try to help out the way you helped me, but I don't know if that's gonna maybe make this guy shoot you because I'm moving.
Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna take the L on that one.
Yeah, I think what would be like, I know that this is a failure of use magic, and at the same time, this is something that you don't actually want to do so much. Mm-hmm. So I think for this specific case, it's going to work too well.
Oh, no.
And an entire tree is going to come up out of the ground from under Cebe and wrap its roots and branches around his arms and legs. And Cebe, you're going to drop your sword.
Cool. I'm so sorry. I don't say that in character. I'm saying I'm so sorry.
Only apologize when he's dead.
Right.
Which might be soon.
I think Severus is going to say, "Can I turn around now?"
And this man says, "Yes, I think that'll be very good." And you hear the hammer of the gun go back to its neutral position as he puts it away.
I'm going to turn around and look him in the eyes. And is he a normal human?
Do you have something like the sight that would tell you that normally?
No, it's going to be the monstrous move Mental Dominion, which is one of my moves. It's whenever I gaze into a normal human's eyes and exert my will over them, I can roll plus charm.
Yeah, I think that would count then. Yeah.
Okay. You want me to go ahead and roll?
Yeah, please.
All right, here goes nothing. All right,
Oof.
I got a 9, and so I get 1 hold.
And you get to give them 1 order.
I think Severus his eyes turn green as he looks into this man's eyes, and he says, "Stop moving completely."
Yeah, and Harker just freezes there, and you see not muscle is twitching on his body. He almost looks like he just shut down entirely.
Right, and he'll go to Cebe and try to free him from the branches. I'm terribly sorry about that.
What was that?
Get the gun.
Yeah, no, that's not where Severus' mind went. He's like, oh no, I tied up the only competent fighter. I gotta help out with this first.
Continue.
Yeah. Severus, do you want to give us that line one more time?
I'm terribly sorry about that, Cebe. I had to get a look in his eye. You understand, yeah?
You did what you had to do. I appreciate that, an ally.
Do I need to do anything to free him?
It's your magic. You control it. I don't feel like I would. It would be necessary to make you roll to undo something that you have control over.
Okay. Yeah, then I think Severus is going to pull back the branches, and then he's going to take the guy's gun.
I pick up my sword, obviously.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, are you prepared to interrogate this individual?
I would like to do that very much. Kind of dusting myself off from being held by the vines with my own type of trick.
Then Severus is, he'll have the gun pointed at the guy, and his eyes will light up again, and he'll say, "All right, you are free. Now, I believe it's time you start answering some of our questions."
I think that's a good moment to shift over to Meadow and Troy and see what's going on with them, and then we'll get back to your interrogation. So Meadow and Troy, you are back in the pawn shop. Jonathan is still here, shaken, clearly upset with what's going on. Meadow, you have the dragon claw in your hand, and
No,
you're
I'm not. I
back.
put it away somewhere.
Okay, you're back from your little trip to China. So what's going on? Did you have a nice vacation?
Yeah, Meadow will be talking to the guy behind the counter, man, you took some really bad acid. I don't know why you started firing your weapon at your shop.
And is this a move that you're activating?
Nah.
He says, "No, I don't do acid. I haven't done this stuff in years. What are you talking about? Why was there that in my shop? What is going on? What happened to that thing that was glowing?"
What thing?
It was a claw I picked up off the street last night.
Maybe you need a vacation. You sort of look like you're having a mental breakdown.
I would like to ask you to roll manipulate someone to gaslight this man.
Oh, it's a 4.
He says, all right, get out. Get out or I'm calling the cops.
Okay. And out she skips.
Troy sheepishly follows, mumbling about how he mumbles to himself, "Oh, they had 2 payments left on that gun too."
And you see Jonathan starting to reach for his cell phone as you guys walk out the door.
Okay, Meadow will just head back to Troyota and, fondly pat the hood.
And Troyota pipes up and says, I saw what happened from the window. What was that thing?"
Oh, just a Temple Guardian. I think we should go back to the beach now.
You guys get a lot of Temple Guardians in pawn shops these days?
No, they usually end up on the outside of libraries more often than anything.
Sick Ghostbusters reference. Love it.
Troy double takes and goes, "Wait, how do you know what Ghostbusters is? You're a car."
Yeah, but I've seen some movies. It's a classic.
How?
Okay, if you guys
drive-through?
He has a DVD player in the back seat. Didn't you notice?
It is a van, so yes, he does.
That just adds more questions. People can't see inside themselves. Let's just go.
I am a car. Beep, beep.
You're a very, very good car. Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach. Beach. Okay. If you guys are going back towards the beach, we're going to move back to Cebe and Severus. Hi, guys.
Hey, I'm gonna put the blade of my sword up to this dude's neck in a threatening manner. You better start talking.
Straight to business. I like you.
Can't say the feeling's mutual.
Okay. What do you want? Why are you even here?
You can't just keep throwing monsters from where they belong into other places. It ain't right, and it ain't safe, and it's causing problems.
I see where you are coming from, and I understand. I simply just don't agree because I can do whatever I want to get whatever I want.
What is it that you want? What are you doing here?
I want information. I want knowledge. And sometimes you have to crack a few eggs to be able to make the proverbial omelet.
I think the eggs that's about to get cracked is you, my friend.
We'll see.
Severus cocks the gun hammer back and just aims at the guy's gonads. And he's just like, we will see. Is there anything else you wanted to ask him, Mr. Cebe?
We need to know how to reverse this.
Reverse the portal. That was something that I was working on. I think, well, if you don't have all the totems, there's no stabilizing it. That's what I am here for. But if you want to reverse it, I'm afraid I don't know. There just needs to be more experiments to be done.
Why are you doing this?
Because I get paid very, very well to do this.
By the Sons of Dusk?
No, the Brotherhood, while being nice to work for, they don't always let me loose the way that other people will, and they don't have the right information for me.
So who else are you working for?
Very, very well. They like to call themselves the Children of Lilith. I don't know if that rings a bell for either of you or not.
Is there a role you want us to do to see if it would?
I don't know if that is something that would be in your interconnected lore. Because this is a lot of this is involved with the lore of specifically Memester of the Week.
Okay.
History check.
Yeah, it's very much a thing of it depends on what you know and how involved you want that to be.
I can roll sharp to see what I know because I have a 0 sharp, so this will be fun. I got an 8.
Yeah, I mean, I think Severus, with your history, you've been around for a very long time. You know of the myriads, you know of various cryptids, and so the name Lilith would ring a bell to you because it is largely referred to as the progenitor of monsters and myriads and fae.
I know Lilith, the mother of monsters. So you're working for myriads?
You could say that we have an arrangement. And I think at that point you're going to see Harker's eyes glow a little, and then you hear something approaching quickly from the side.
Mr. Tate, I believe somebody has outlived his welcome. If you want to do the honors, I can assist.
We're just gonna kill him.
Yes, he's presented a very real threat to the world, and I would sleep better at night knowing that he can't hurt anyone else.
Isn't this man human?
Human or monster doesn't matter. He's evil.
I think at that moment, out of the underbrush, something is going to tackle you, Severus.
Oh, joy.
Harker is going to roll and start to run.
I think, can Severus try to shoot at him blindly?
Yeah. Take your shot. I think that would be a kick some ass.
Yeah, which I already have a -1 in, so this is going to be fun. And by fun, I mean, it's not going to go well. Oh, I got a 9.
Okay, on a 9, you deal damage to each other.
I don't know how much damage his gun does.
Yeah.
You could have the whatever tackled Severus do damage to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get your shot off and you hear him cry out a little as it connects, but he keeps going. And you are going to take 2 harm as this creature wraps its arms and legs around the upper half of your body and starts to try and choke you.
Oh, joy. Well, I am now unstable.
Good, very good. Cebe, you haven't had an opportunity just yet.
I'm going to sort of look back and forth, trying to figure out if I should chase the scientist or help my companion, who might most certainly die here, and decide that the best course of action is to leap on this thing and try to wrench it from Severus here.
Okay, so are you trying to go for a protect someone or a kick some ass? Or an act under pressure? All of those could be valid moves here.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to kick some ass, but I also feel like my main goal is to get it off of Severus, so protect someone might work best here.
Yeah.
And in that case, I think I'm going to. Well, no, I'm not going to use never again. I'm just going to go for a success here. That is tough. Nice.
All right.
And I'm going to choose the option suffer little harm.
Very good, very good. So you wrench this creature off of Severus and throw it to the ground, and you get a decent look at it. It almost looks like a human, but it's very malnourished, and it seems to have these large flaps of skin between its arms and its legs connecting them. Think Gollum, but with like web wings.
Oh, wow.
Go after Harker. I'll hold this thing off.
With pleasure. And Severus is going to sprint after Harker.
Wonderful. I think that's a good way to cut back to our other group. Hey, Meadow and Troy, you're in the Toyota, and you guys are going back to the beach. What do you want to do?
The wheels on the bus go round and
Love the tone shift.
It's like that. It's like that scene in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 when Spider-Man and the Lizard are fighting, and they bust into the library, and Stan Lee is there, and he's just listening to music as everything is going to shit in the background.
Is there any Jimi Hendrix on your phone?
The Toyota pipes up and says, "Oh, Hendrix, I love that guy." He immediately changes the radio station. You hear Voodoo Child playing in the background.
And Meadow just starts dancing in his seat.
Troy looks down at his phone and he goes, "It hacked my phone." You hacked my phone. You don't touch a nerd's phone, Toyota. He yanks it back and kind of cradles it away protectively.
This is your fault for having Bluetooth on.
Troy's head kind of twitches, like he's having an aneurysm, trying to follow the logic there of how Bluetooth instantly makes the car a hacker.
Your Bluetooth's on, it does make you a bit more hackable, but sure.
I'm in. Beep, beep.
Yeah. Doot, doot.
Troy's like, I don't like this car anymore. Why did it have to take my name?
So the Toyota and Troy and Meadow, you guys are going back to the beach. So what is your intention? What are you wanting to do back at the beach?
I guess we're looking for the missing Kappa. Unless, do we remember where Severus and Cebe were going? Because I don't think we agreed to meet up anywhere afterwards, did we?
No, I don't think you guys agreed to meet up anywhere, but you know that they were off in the woods near that area
Maybe
where
we
you were
should head
parked
there
initially.
then. Maybe instead of going to the beach, we should go to the woods.
Yeah, I think Troy would bring up that we should probably find the others. Never know what old Cebe can get into.
Cool. So I think you guys pull up to the side of the road where you left Cebe and Severus, and you start heading into the woods. We can cue up the musical number, and we'll shift back. We'll shift back over to let's shift back over to Cebe real quick. You are staring down this creature that you just pulled off of Severus as he runs off.
Yeah, I channel magic through my sword, which kind of glows where the runes are, and I'm going to try and kick this thing's ass.
All right, go for it.
I rolled an 8.
Good. So how much harm do you do?
Let's see. My sword, mechanically, is actually the enchanted dagger, so it does 2 harm.
Wonderful.
Magic, if that matters.
Yeah, so you stab into this creature that's on the ground, and it writhes and takes a claw up and slashes across your face for 1 harm.
Okay. My armor blocks it.
Cool. And then it wriggles away and rolls out from under you and climbs up into the trees and starts to kind of wander around you. It is actively trying to hunt you now.
Okay, so it's like off in the woods.
Yeah, it's in the woods, like surrounding you.
Gotcha.
If you look closely, you can see it flitting in between tree branch to tree branch, tree to tree.
Mm-hmm. Am I sort of in a clearing?
A little one, I would say.
Perfect. I'm going to trying to think of something cool here. I'm gonna try to use magic to banish. Where's the thing? Magic. There's so many things on magic. I'm trying to bar a place or portal to a specific type of creature, which would be this creature.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and like keep it from getting closer to me. I'm trying to like kind of maybe I draw a rune on a nearby tree and the branches from it start flailing, kind of like the Whomping Willow in Harry Potter, to like just keep it from getting closer to me. Like if it leaps towards me, it's gonna knock the thing away.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that for us. Wonderful.
I rolled a 12.
Wonderful. Yeah. So I think it does exactly that. You see the trees around you take on that purple glow from your magic, and they start moving their branches directly in the path of this creature, so it has to quickly like jump out of the way. Every time it tries to come in at you, it is going to be dissuaded, and its path is going to be blocked from getting to you and jumping back onto you. Let's move over to Severus. Severus, you are following quickly after Harker and trying to catch him. So can you roll a act under pressure roll to see if you can catch up?
Yeah, sure thing. That's an 11.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. So I think what happens is you see Harker in front of you and you see a blue glow starting to form around him, but you catch him just in time and you're able to tackle him and like push him to the ground.
I want to roll him over and look into his eyes.
Okay.
And I'm going to do mental dominion again.
Can we approach at this point?
Yeah, I think at this point, Meadow and Troy, you hear the commotion going on off to the side, and you're able to kind of catch up to where Severus is with Harker.
My mental dominion got a 9.
All right, so on a 9 with mental dominion, you get to hold 1, so you get 1 order of whatever you're asking.
I'm gonna look into his eyes and just yell, "Reverse this! Send them back! I command you!"
And Harker smiles and says, Okay, I'll do what you say. We need the totems.
I think once Severus hears that, he's gonna like let go of him and get up.
That wasn't as interesting as I thought it was gonna be.
I lost my composure there. It's good to see you, Troy and Meadow. Did you have any success in your journey?
Yes, we sent a guardian temple home. A temple guardian home.
Good. Have you seen any of the totems?
Oh, you mean like this? And she holds her hand out, and the dragon claw just kind of appears.
Yes, that would be one.
I also got you a gift, and a mug from the pawn shop appears in her other hand.
What does the mug say?
World's greatest son.
No. It says something like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. This is so embarrassing.
World's best foxy grandpa.
I was thinking of it's a Johnny Metters podcast mug that somehow made its way out this way.
Yeah, sure. It's a Johnny Meadows podcast. It's a Meadler's mug. There we go.
There you go.
Love it. Oh, that's very lovely.
Where's Cebe? I got something for him too.
He's back that way. We should probably go back and assist him.
You get back and Sebe's just dead.
No.
Big
No!
Troy hears this and takes off running. He's got to save his he's got to save his friend.
I think Severus is definitely going to be holding Harker at gunpoint. He's like, all right, take us to the cherry blossom tree.
All right. It's back this way. Come on. And Harker is leading you back. Cebe, you are back in the clearing. There's this creature wandering around you, but it's getting blocked off from being able to actually get at you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to wait till it tries to get in through the branches that are whacking it away, and I'm going to leap out of my own protection to attack it.
All right. Yeah, that's a kick some ass if I've ever heard it.
Indeed. 9.
All right. So yeah, I think what happens is you get a good clean cut on this creature, but it does wrap its arms and legs around you, and it's trying to choke you out. So can you roll and act under pressure to try and get out of this thing's grasp?
I can. And I rolled a 9 again.
All right, so you're going to get out of this thing's grasp, but you're going to drop your sword, you're going to drop your chalk, or you're going to knock back against a tree and knock your head a little, and you're going to get a little fuzzy and unfocused. So you're going to take a -1 going forward.
I'll drop the sword.
Okay, so yeah, you drop the sword, and this creature gets flung off of you and kind of scurries off again, waiting to make its next round. And I think at this point, Troy, you would arrive on the situation with Harker and Meadow and Severus following close behind.
Oh, Troy, watch out! It's this thing is it's a predator. It keeps going off into the woods to stalk me from the darkness.
Oh, dang.
Just be ready for it to strike at any moment.
Troy kind of just nods. How bad does Cebe look at the moment?
He is wounded but stable. He's got 3 harm.
Okay, I think Troy just kind of nods as he kind of skids to a stop nearby and just looks around. He's just like, what's it look like? Just so I don't accidentally hit something that isn't it.
You'll know. It's got webbed arms, but it looks like a little impish little creature, humanoid. You'll know when you see it.
Troyota would know. He's seen Lord of the Rings.
It's gonna try to strangle you with its hair or something.
I think like Troy gets kind of like a wry smile and goes, "It can try. It won't like it, but it can try."
All right, yeah, I think at this point, Meadow and Severus and Harker, you would catch up. There is still this creature stalking around. I think it's going to try and take a swipe at Meadow.
It can try.
Out from the underbrush, you see this thing like gliding at you from the branch of a tree. What do you want to do, Meadow?
It's coming specifically from Meadow?
Yes.
Okay, what has she got in her hands? She'll bamf away the 2 items and instead replace them with her razor whip and attack with that.
Okay, so roll kick some ass on this thing.
That is a 12.
Nice.
Wonderful. So I think what happens is you see this thing coming right out of the corner of your eye, and you just quickly flick your wrist up, and the razor whip knocks it out of the air, and it is lying motionless on the ground.
Oh, it's very messy.
Well, that's terrifying.
I panicked.
Well, you're tougher than you look, I suppose.
It was either that or the mug.
I do appreciate that, and it will become my favorite mug. The creature's blood is on this piece of filth's hands, and Severus will just kind of jab him with the pistol.
And it's all on the forest floor and on that tree, and there's a little bit on Cebe.
Harker is terrified at this point and says, "Oh, okay. I'm glad that we're all working together here. It's very nice. I think the blossom tree branch was over this way," and he leads you over through the clearing, and you see this branch glowing slightly with that familiar blue glow at this point.
Can I find my sword on the ground and pick it up, or is it lost somewhere?
Oh no, I think you can find your sword.
Okay.
Yeah. Harker gestures to the branch and says, "Okay, here is the branch, and there is the claw. So we just need the turtle shell, and then we can all exit this gracefully."
What if the turtle shell was broken?
Well, that's unfortunate. Um, if the turtle shell is broken, I'm assuming you wouldn't ask that if it wasn't. Um,
I
we
didn't do it.
we won't be able to close the path entirely, but it should lose its connection, if that makes sense. There's nothing anchoring it here anymore, but the magic is already opened.
Does that mean we can still holiday in Sydney?
Yeah, if you can wrangle it, you could, I think.
I'm trying to think about how big of a secret, or how cheap this would be, to do the negligible price to see if we can get the turtle shell back to working order and here.
Ooh, yeah, that would have to be something pretty big because you are rewriting reality from a thing that you did destroy.
Yeah. And I don't know if I want to like pursue that path like as a player. Yeah, so I think that may be just a little bit out of Severus's scope. I mean, he could do it, but it would be bad. He nods to the others and he's like, "Well, I think it's time we should close this up as best we can."
And then
Agreed.
we can have margaritas on the beach? No, wait, isn't it sex on the beach? What
Just
do you drink
margaritas.
on the beach?
I know a feller that likes a good sex on the beach. It's his favorite drink.
Great.
Right. Sorry, I'm bleeding here a little bit. Can we go ahead and move this on a little?
Meadow will lay on hands.
No.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's a 7. So I can either harm or heal an illness, but I take it into myself. Does that work? You can heal the harm or illness. So how much can I heal? Is it 2 harm? Like it says in 10 plus? Yeah, I guess it is. So I can heal you 2, but I'll take the harm myself. So Meadow has healed him for 2, but taken on the owies. And she's like, starts dusting him off, like brushing off his shirt and everything. She's like, "Why are you covered in mud?"
I was attacked. It's been a long night. It's supposed to be a good vacation, a good holiday, and it did not work out that way. And I'm
having a great time.
And Harker kind of pops up and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I had to interrupt your vacation. I feel just terrible about it. Where is the totem so we can finish this?"
I really don't like him.
I don't either. So let's finish this so we don't have to see him anymore.
Excellent.
And I think Meadow has the claw, like I'm assuming in the pocket
back
dimension?
up into existence in her hand.
Very good, very good. Okay, and he goes over and grabs the tree branch and places it on the floor of this
forest
clearing. Yeah, thank you. He places it on the forest floor and he starts to put out and like draw the runes that he needs for the portal spell. It says, go ahead and put the claw over there and we'll wrap all this up.
Okay. Then I can kill him, right?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay. And she flounces off and puts the claw where she was told to.
So glad Sense Motive isn't in this.
Dude, you don't need to go there with Meadow.
Harker gets all the things situated and says, "Okay, I am going to need a little bit of your magic to help close this up. Who can help, essentially?"
Not it.
Troy coughs up a little blood and steps forward. Is unstable.
He's also unstable?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I made myself unstable too. That's the best part because I was taking the harm for the side effect.
Meadow will see this, run up to you, and run her hands through his tentacles as she lays on hands
Severus looks away awkwardly.
and fails.
Oh
No.
Oh no.
I think I have one light left. I have one light left. You are healed for 2 and stabilized.
I was gonna say, because I think you give them extra harm if you fail.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Troy falls over dead.
Troy noticeably blushes as Meadow does this too. Instead of being awkward, he just blushes. Implications weren't there.
And she gropes his butt before she steps away.
Oh no.
Ooh. And that's Troy going, ooh. And he goes beet red.
Harker is just kneeling on the ground and goes, gross. Does anyone have anything, foci, something I can use to focus the magic through?
Like a crystal?
Yeah, a crystal would work.
Oh, I guess. And that crystal she was going to give to Marie as a gift appears in her hand and she kind of tosses it over.
And he catches it and says, thanks. You didn't do anything weird with this, did you?
No.
I don't think it's a genuine crystal.
Oh, okay. Very good. And he puts that in the circle as well. And then you start to see him focusing in, and like the pulsing in these objects starts to get faster, that light. And then the light pulses out further and further, and then has one last large burst that fills the clearing and swallows Harker up. And then it reduces back down, and the claw is gone, the crystal is gone, the branch is gone, and so is Harker.
Son of a bitch. And I think Severus will like punch a tree, like in frustration.
Does he hurt himself?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He is not tough.
But where could he have gone?
You know, I think I saw this happening.
I think he may have went back to the warehouse. Although if he doesn't need that anymore, we need to hurry.
Yeah, we don't have any time to waste.
We can take Toyota
To
the warehouse.
Yeah, I think you guys all pile into Toyota. He welcomes you back warmly. And you guys drive back to the warehouse and make your way in, and you see that all of the chalk has been erased from the floor, and all of the documents and books that were set up here are all gone, and there is a note on the desk that's been left for you.
I think Severus is going to read it.
He says, "Oh, thank you very much for your introduction, and it was nice to meet you. The portal is closed, just like you said, but I think that helping you out is not necessarily worth my life or the distrust of my employers. It was nice to meet you, though. Maybe we'll see each other another time. Sincerely, Harker."
Is that 3 dates you've got now?
I'm sorry, dates?
Never mind.
I think I need that margarita now.
Yeah, I think it's a little overdue. I think it's time I perhaps unbutton my shirt a little and get very, very, very drunk.
A flask appears in Meadow's hands. Let's get started. We don't have to drive with Toyota.
Oh, that's awesome. Party bus.
Yeah, I think that the rest of what we see, maybe a series of vignettes, Toyota driving you guys around, listening to Hendrix and other classics.
Oh, only Hendrix.
only Hendrix only.
Yeah. If Meadow is able to sweet talk Toyota, you are only listening to Hendrix, guys. On repeat.
Wonderful. Yeah, you see a series of vignettes of you guys just having a good time drinking together. You go to a small bar. What are the bar activities of each of your characters that you guys want to get up to?
Meadow will be like dancing on the countertop like Coyote Ugly.
Wonderful. Classics.
I think... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Darts.
Ah, nice. Troy's playing darts off in the background.
I think if Severus gets drunk enough, he's going to do karaoke.
Ooh, what song?
I think it's On My Way by Rusted Root.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
It's a very, very nice upbeat song that he has always liked. And I've just been watching the music video on repeat for the past week because
Nice.
it's the most 90s music video I've seen in a while.
What about you, Sebe?
Cebe is probably quietly drinking a beer, just a cheap beer, and he'll engage with whoever comes up to talk to him. But he'll find a nice corner and finish reading the book that he was reading in the beginning on the beach.
Yeah. Do you know what book that was? I'm just curious.
I was just thinking, I don't know.
Might I suggest The Gunslinger from Stephen King?
There you go. That works.
I think Severus would probably tell the others, like before they went on their own way, that I'm going to be looking into this. My life has been needing purpose for a while now, and I'm going to be looking into this as much as I can. But you all have my number, and if you need me for anything, I'm only a call away.
I'll need to get back to the hunt for how to beat the devil and get vengeance against him. That's my main focus. But if you need help, give me a call and I'll come if I can.
Look forward to it.
Troy just kind of nods, and then he hands the rest of the party handmade calling cards that he made while he was drinking and playing darts.
They're like a Sharpie scribbled over actual like playing cards.
Yeah.
Troy, you look different. You're glowing.
Well, he looks. We had a side tour. I can honestly say I've done something for sure, and not just something I remember, because I technically am. He starts to count on us here. 2 years real. So
Wait, you're only 2 years old?
It's complicated. The comic book is a lot older than I am. I don't know. This reality is very strange at work. Let's put it that way. It's very subjective.
Just one way to put it.
Certainly.
I think I need more to drink.
I think that's a wonderful place to kind of cut out and zoom out of our vignette. The camera pushes back from the window of this bar, and we see it pass over the Toyota and then up into the sky overlooking Monterey Bay, and we fade to black.
Nice.
So yeah, let's do some
Wow.
end of a session experience.
Hey.
For lovely keepers, getting the whole package here.
I'm going to go ahead and just do what my players do and we did everything right. We should get like 4 experience.
Oh, the points!
Yeah, all of them. So did they conclude the current mystery? What do you think the current mystery was?
Getting all the monsters back to their rightful places.
Okay.
Yeah, I think because it started out with the introduction of monsters like appearing with like a flash of light. And we investigated the flash, and we discovered that it was a ritual by this Mr. Harker. And I think that, we closed that portal. We closed the gate, more or less.
Yeah, they're permanently back where they came from, and they'll stay there.
Yes, forever.
And ever until they die.
Yeah.
No exceptions.
None whatsoever.
No take backsies. So that's yes.
Okay, so did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes. Almost killed them too.
Yeah, almost killed Jonathan, for sure. Saved them. If you had stayed on the beach, I think that Moa could have gotten out of control a lot worse and moved its way towards bystanders that were there on the beach. So that was...
Fuck. We left the Kappa on the beach.
Yes, you did.
I was kind of expecting that to be like the after credits scene is
Yep.
the Kappa, like, you just see a card game in a smoky room and the door kicks down and you see the Kappa and he's like, all right, I'm running this bitch now.
Or he's running away with all sorts of bathing suits in his hands, screaming, laughing down the beach.
Trying to make its way through customs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely saved someone from certain death. Did you learn something new and important about the world at large?
All
and
of it.
What was it? Okay, but like what?
All of it, since it's a brand new world to us.
We learned about the insane Harker, who's not a very nice man, who seems to enjoy, well, not enjoy. It's more of he nothings everything around him. Like he just wants to do what he does.
When we learned about the order that he works for.
Both
Two
of
of them, the Brotherhood of the Dusk and the Children of Lilith.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And did you learn something new and important about the hunters, and what was it?
All of the things.
Yeah, I think between definitely Severus and Cebe. I keep wanting to call him Cebe, but it's Cebe.
It's Cebe.
Yeah. I think they definitely like shared some secrets, at least with each other.
For sure.
We did learn, although it was never really addressed further, but Meadow is Severus's mom.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that someone is only 2 years old.
No, 2 years real. He's 20 years old on paper.
Oh, literally on paper.
I'm glad I could say that, actually, because I was thinking that after when he said 2 years real, I was like, I should have said that.
It's a good clarification.
Yep.
Someone edit that in.
Yeah, did we learn anything really new about Meadow? I'm trying to think of what we learned about Meadow.
That she had, well, for those who follow Red Gate and Wolf, they learn that she has a weapon, she has armor of a sort.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so this
Apparently
was
she
all
has
new
a
information.
Yeah, this is all new stuff. She hasn't done any of this except for stabilize people with lay on hands.
We learned that she's
okay.
much older than she looks,
Oh,
considering.
yeah, she is hella older, and she can't remember shit.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that was yes to all of it, so everybody gets 2 marks of experience.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Also, if we are talking about this, I leveled up earlier and took flight.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I am back where I was when we started this session. So I am 2 away from leveling.
Nice.
Very
It'll be
cool.
very cool. Troy, do you know what you're taking on your level up?
It's hard because I have something borrowed. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Shapeshifter. That'd be fun.
Ooh, yeah, Shapeshifter is cool and also would like suit your kind of shifting
Tentacles.
quality that you already have, because you can like kind of manipulate your body in that way.
Yeah.
So I think like further manipulation of your body would be interesting.
I think it fits narratively now that after what happened with Meadow, he's feeling less shame about his shape shifting. So he's
You mean
practicing it more.
Meadow helped him level up?
Yeah, like he's more comfortable with, okay, I technically am this horrible squid monster version of what in what I've read material I came from is supposed to be like Superman. So he's always trying to like seem like more like that. I think it's kind of like narratively spending time with the group just kind of help reinforce that he doesn't have to let himself be defined. He doesn't have to define himself based off of that and be his own person.
His source material. It's more than his source material in canon.
Aren't they always? Very cool. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. I have a little Avengers post-credits clip for you.
Yay.
Yeah.
So we see Monterey Bay from the sky once again. It's sometime after your adventure here, and right now it's unseasonably stormy. And passing in between the clouds and the cracks of lightning, we see something long and snake-like floating the clouds, and coming just under the, like, tipping through the bottom of a cloud, we see a claw and then a tail and then the mane of a dragon as it dips down and then comes back up and rests in the clouds above Monterey Bay.